how to interact without it taking over your life. People's gonna come on here and go, Jesus, Kylie, you look a clip today. Okay, so you might think, how the hell, and I know it happens, right, because it does happen to me as well. How the hell do I manage everything? So at the minute, I've got this group, which I'm now getting help with, which is mint. I've got my mushroom group, Magical World of Mushroom Marvellous group. I've got my page. I've got 2 Instagram accounts, right? So there's 5 spaces that I've got to interact on. And you might go, oh my God, how do you do it? One thing you've got to understand is, the more you do it, the more people will expect you to do it, right? So you've got to hit a happy medium with it. Or you'll be on there all day and it'll take over your life, okay? Now, some platforms are quicker to interact than others. So Facebook is quicker to interact than Instagram, okay? Instagram takes a little bit more getting involved, right? Because you've got to physically go and speak to your audience and find your ideal client. There's ways of doing it on Facebook as well, but it's not as intense. Whereas on Instagram, you're physically going and looking for people. There's more people coming on, so I'll wait a little bit. Tell us if you're on, before I get into this juicy bit. Hello, Fiona Lee Harnett. Fiona, have you getting on Instagram yet, or what? You were going to have a look at it, weren't you? You'd be mint on Instagram. Especially with your crafty crochet. Be class on Instagram, that. Anyway, so I spend, now remember I've got 2 Instagram accounts and I've got 3 spaces on Facebook, right? So I spend 45 minutes a day interacting. That's it. You have to get off. You have to get off after that. If you spend any more time than that, it'll take up your life. So that's 45 minutes for 5 spaces. So some of you haven't got that many, right? Some of you might have a little bit more, but it's all about working out what works for you. If you spend 2 hours interacting, your audience is going to think that that's how long. I keep forgetting about it, man. Sort it out, man, Fiona Lee Harnett. If you spend 2 hours interacting, your audience will think that that's how long you're going to interact. And you might go, no, they will. And if you stop doing that many, you'll lose followers, right? So it's easy with Facebook, right? And I'm going to give you something's coming out to help you with this. I'm basically going to give you my strategy in a book, right? And I'm going to take your eyeballs out and stuff, right? It's going to be an A5 book. I'm going to use it as well because I just use mine all in bits of paper at the minute. And it'll tell you exactly how to interact in a way that brings your following in but doesn't take over your life, right? So, if you think about it, I've totally forgotten where my train of thought's gone now. What was I saying? Facebook. You go on, make sure that you're getting all of your notifications, your comments, right? If you're getting hodges of them, you kind of spend all day doing it. You've just got to say it right and putting a timer on for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, right? Instagram, you have to build into your strategy finding your ideal client and talking to them so that they eventually go, oh, who's this? Who's engaging with us? And they come over and they look at your account. That's how Instagram works, all right? So if you've got 1 Instagram account and 1 Facebook account and say a group, it should only take you about half an hour a day, half an hour in the morning, and then answer any comments and questions on a night. It takes me a bit longer because I've got more spaces, more places to interact, right? And I've got quite a few followers. So this morning, this is just an example, right? I always do it before the bairn gets up. I mean, I normally get them up at 8 o'clock, so I normally do this from 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. And I can see more people coming on. Ask us any questions because I'll answer them while I'm on. So, and that's 8:38, but he's isolating, right? And the teachers are all out at the minute, so I'm going to give him a lie-in. I want to give him a break. Okay, so this morning, I split it into 5 different tasks, right? And this is all going to be in the book that I'm bringing out, planner. It's called a Canny Planner. It's got all northern slang in it and that, right? So, day 1, right, remember I've got 2 Instagram accounts. I go answer me comments. I go and interact with 10 people who've liked my last post, and then I go and interact with 10 people I've followed. So you have to go and physically follow people on Instagram who look like your ideal client. And there's loads of ways that I talk about all the time about how you can find your ideal client. You've got to physically go and look for them on Instagram. All right. Day 2, answer comments. I then look at 10 people who've liked me last post. It's very, very important that you go and interact with people who've liked your last post. Some of you follow me, right? Some of you like my stuff, and you'll see that I come on and interact. If I say it's one of yous, I will absolutely come and interact with yous, but I miss it quite a lot. And if, like, it's not because I'm being ignorant or anything. I've literally got to work through my strategy, because if I stay on there for too long, it takes over my life, right? So it's just a regular thing. And then there's things like in there, which will be in the planner. Go and have a look at your regular accounts. So there's accounts that I've got on Instagram that are packed with my ideal client, right? Places like Good Life Up North, I always talk about them. There's a one called Northeast Family Fun, Our Little Piece of the World. So if you imagine it from the magical world of Mushroom Marvellous, all these accounts are followed by people who would potentially buy my book, right? Mushroom Marvellous is full of people who are quirky, different, who have bought me stuff, right? And then I'll go and see who's following them, right? That's how it works, okay? But the strategy is quite difficult for us to explain it to you. So I've put it all into an A5 planner, right? It's gone off to the printers yesterday, and she's going to come back with a price for us, and I'll work out a price that's not taking the mick. Hello, Percy and Alison. Hello, Michelle. How are you? Michelle, how's your group doing? How's Happy Tokens doing? So yes, watch out for some posts coming in once I've finalised the whole price of it all, and hopefully it's going to save your life, because there's no worse than falling down the rabbit hole of interacting because you're thinking, oh, am I going to miss an opportunity here? Oh, is this a right? You absolutely won't if you follow this strategy. This strategy will build your following, it will increase the people interacting, and it will, as well as everything else that I talk about, yeah, you know, like showing up as yourself, showing pictures of yourself, doing your live videos, all kinds, right? But this strategy is the first thing I do every morning. Every morning I have to do it, apart from a weekend. I didn't do it on a weekend, right? Because that's just daft. Smashing, thanks. Good, good, good. Okay, so watch out for that. The other thing is, you might have seen yesterday I put a post on about like branding, because in the Facebook group masterclass I'm talking about bringing your personality into it and how you can do it in a strategic way and stuff, right? So I put a post on Instagram. It was one of those posts that I put on both platforms, because you've got to be wary that you can't just lash the same stuff out on both platforms. Some of them you can. This was one of the ones I couldn't. It was a quote, and it was really just to try and gauge some insights from me audience. So I put, you'll have seen that, Give Bright. So my branded colours, remember, branded colours. So I've put your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card, and the way you make others feel is your trademark. I do believe it might have been somebody in here who used it, and it didn't say it was anyone's quote, so I can't remember who it was. But anyway, what I asked them was about getting people to describe us in 3 words, and the reason I did that was to try and understand that am I bringing across the right type of personality for my audience, right? So well, some of the stuff that this told us was like mental, crackers. Sasha, hand up. What's Sasha's hand up for? Oh, there's Jon Snow, my cat crying at the door again. I got, what I loved though, hordes of people said authentic. I was like, yes, that's what I wanted. That's me brand, authentic. Right, but I'm also mental, I'm also nuts, quirky. This was all the stuff I was doing, right? So go and ask your audience, right? If you're feeling like, is my personality injected into my social media? Go and ask them. If you're thinking, I'm not going to ask them, you probably aren't putting your personality into your social media. Now, some powerful stuff I got yesterday from people who said, one of the things that they love about my social media is personality, right? And I know it's like, it's hard and I know it's difficult to go if you've never done it before, but there's ways you can do it without having to go live, right? I will tell you, going live is the biggest way you can connect with your audience. Oh, just saying I'm here. I'm here, Sasha. It's the biggest way you can, and the most impactful way you can connect with your audience, but I totally get that not everyone can do that. Not everyone's got the confidence to do it. I am going to work on something to try and help you with that as well. Because I was the same, right? I haven't always been this confident on social media. When I did it years ago, right, for a different type of company, when I first went live, I crapped myself, right? So I get it. But there's different ways you can do it. So I only go live once a week everywhere because I can't do it anywhere. I can't do it any more than that. So you might think I'm live all the time. It's like once a week. But I put my family in there. I'm funny when I'm talking about. If something makes us laugh, I'll write it down and I'll use it in a post. I keep saying this in the Facebook group masterclass. I'm like, right, if something makes you laugh, write it down, because 9 times out of 10 your audience will laugh, right? So it was just something I wanted to tell you about, how powerful it was, asking your audience, like, and you might think, oh God, it sounds big-headed, right? But if you want to understand the type of audience that's following you, just ask them. Right, I'm going to go in and get this burn up I'm looking at. Fiona, you need to get on it. You'll be mint. Sasha. Morning, Kim. Right, so what I'm going to do today is, and it's got now to do with my business, but people will watch, I'm telling you. It's just it doesn't have to be about your business, man. Like, and you might think, oh, how do I think of things to talk about? Go in the file section where all the questions are. I'm sure you can make a video out of that, right? So today, because I've got these two mushroom grown kits, right? They've been there for freaking months. Morning, Natasha. Right? So I'm going to attempt to go live and get these rocking and rolling. Mushroom grown kits. This one's off Rebecca Vincent, is that? It's mint, isn't it? This one I bought. And I still haven't used it. So we'll see how that goes down on Mushroom Marvellous today. But I won't look like this. I'll try and sort my life out. Because my brand on Mushroom Marvellous, well, it is on here really, but I just panicked. I was scared. Oh, I need to go live. I said I would go live this morning before the burn gets up. And then as soon as I don't do something and my day goes on, I'm just anxiety guns all over. So I thought I'd come on. But my brand is like bright, colourful, so I'm very wary that sometimes I need to make sure that I go on with like my normal shizzle that I go outside in, like bright makeup and all that, and my hair brushed at least. Any questions before going? Because I've totally rambled there, haven't I? It's this coffee, man. I drink strength 8 coffee. That's why I'm mental. So, in a nutshell, make sure you've got a strategy when you're interacting with people. Go back and watch the beginning of the video. I talk a little bit about it. There's a planner coming out to help you, and very powerful, asking your audience what they think of your brand. Right, go and have a look at my last post if you want on Mushroom Marvellous and on Instagram. There's loads of people commenting, letting us know. Just didn't be going on and saying, that's what you'll do now. You'll go on and say, not bad, awesome. Right, I'm going, bye.